What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys got good audio or not. Trying to get this set up and get it done. I was working on a video of Proche and Duvernay and just have not been able to find the time to edit it the way that I would like to edit it in my editing program. So I just figured I would put the plays together and stream it and let guys be able to make comments on their own. And, I think I've got 32 plays set up for Duvernay and Proche. There will be a little bit of self-promotion here. I'd like to show some people what the database that I have can do in terms of searching for players, searching for plays. So I will get started with Proche here in a moment, and then we'll move on to Duvernay. I don't have every route that they ran this year, clearly. I don't have that much time. I've got about 45 minutes. And this is kind of off the cuff, to be honest with you. I've had some other projects that I'm working on, so it's not like I've been able to spend as much time as I would like. So some of this is going to be off the cuff, I guess is the right word. So we're going to get started here. If you guys have not seen some of the data that I have, one second. If you guys have not seen some of the data that I have, most of it will be listed up here. Occasionally, over to the right-hand side, there will be information about the play, the player, what happened on that play, but that won't be there in each case. I'm going to get started with some of these plays, and in some cases, I do not have the player circled, so I'm just going to do that as we move on, as we move through this. And if I, miss your comment, let me know. I will certainly try to get to as many comments as possible. So this is a touchdown run that got called back by Lamar. One of the things about Proche that I had said after his first year, to be honest with you, was that I did not think that he was a good blocker. I just did not. I will say that up front. And I think he's very willing, and I think there's plenty of film now showing that he's capable, and actually more capable than some of the other guys we've had on our team at receiver. I'm not going to go into old names and such, but he gives effort. He's not a liability out there as a blocker, if you ask me. And this is a read option play. Lamar's reading this D end. I've covered this many times. We're looping Andrews around here. He gets a face mask, which calls it back. But you can see Proche's working. I'll let you see it one more time from the All-22. I know you guys didn't come here to watch run plays, but certainly in our offense, if he wants to get on the field more often, he's going to have to be able to block. And this is a great play for a lot of reasons. We're running it to the side of the fullback. That's something that we don't do a ton of. If you guys still have good audio, let me know. Get a notification that it's not good audio stream. So please let me know if it's coming through clear. And if you're getting any background noise, let me know. I can try to fix it. All right, the next one, Proche, is up here. And again, he's not going to be targeted on all of these plays, just so you know. We're generally looking for, does the guy get open? This is one of his patented routes. Some people call it whip route. I call it, China in. And when he puts his foot in the ground, like here at the edge of this route, he can change directions immediately, and he loses people. And he loses this DB here, this guy that he's making fall down. Now, we can talk about the route design or whatever, because you have an under route being run by the Z, and then you have then you have Proche running his route kind of like right on top of him. So that's not ideal. I wouldn't say that you want these two guys right here at the same time. Maybe if you do want these routes to occur, you want Proche's route to be a little delayed, so that this is your one read, looking for him, number one, and then Proche be a little bit more delayed. So I don't know why the timing is mixed up, but in any case, changes direction well, and and generally I believe is getting open. I'm gonna generalize in some sense. Of course, this is a sack. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Proche and Duvernay. Are they able to get open consistently? So far from what I'm seeing out of Proche, and again, these are plays that some may or may not be designed for him to actually be part of the read. It's actually a completion to him. It's a long catch on a play that Lamar extended. I feel like Proche, I think he played in the spread system in high school. And you'll see once he gets here vertical and Lamar, breaks this thing out to the right, Proche adapts and adjusts quickly. You guys tell me what you think. I think he's one of the guys that adapts his route, adjusts quickly when things break down for Lamar, and you have to have that skill. Now this one's kind of easy. He came from this side. He's running across the field, and then he just brings it more towards the sideline when he sees that Lamar is escaping contain now. If you guys got audio problems, please let me know. I keep getting a notification from OBS, the streaming software program that I use, that we've got an audio issue. 29-yard gain, as you can see up there. He's off screen to our right. You'll get a view of Lamar, scrambling here. And how cool of a catch this is. I don't know, man. That looks like a professional receiver to me. Looks like a guy who knows what he's doing, because he came from the other side of the field to do that. And I know that multiple people have probably broken this play down and talked about it. Certainly, there's enough separation there for you, right? There's enough space there for him to make plays on this play, at least. Is he getting that much separation all the time? No, but he has the ability to make contested catches. Downfield jump balls. No. He did make it. He does have that touchdown catch in the preseason that was kind of like a jump ball, if I remember correct. It was like a fade corner. It's by the way, the play that I'm talking about from preseason is this picture here on the right, I believe, where he takes his helmet off and kind of like stares the guy down. That's a contested catch. That's one illustration of it right there. All right, back to some film. I believe this is him in the slot as the number 3 receiver. And if in my opinion, this is just a little like curl to isolate him and the inside linebacker. I don't think that Freeman, the running back on this side, is really a part of this read. And Lamar just does a nice job of holding on to the football, letting Proche find space. As we get to the end zone angle, and I don't know whether that was a fumble or not. So really, as we get to the end zone angle here, I think Proche is just being isolated against this inside linebacker in this zone. There must be situations like this where, in practice, Proche is doing these things because man, what's up, man? Sorry I didn't comment. Jeremiah, Couch Rider, so what's up, guys? Some of the comments are just now coming through, so forgive me if I'm just now responding to them. He must be doing things like this in practice, guys, because why else would this be called? This is week 4, 2021. Of course, we know that he didn't get a lot of opportunities after the Colts game, I think. But our guy trusts him, so why don't we? As fans, should we expect Proche to have an 80-catch season? Well, no. No. But it's absolutely possible that a guy who's showing the skills that we just saw on this play and the previous play can have a 45 or 50 catch season. There's just no doubt about it. The 2 plays that I just showed you illustrate that he can make plays down the field. He can adjust when the quarterback breaks contain or extends the play. I'm going to show you some contested catches. There's actually like 3 plays that are really positive plays for him that I don't show in this video from the Cincinnati game, second Cincinnati game up there. I think he's the number 2 receiver right here. I just circled him a moment ago. And he's just running a little out. And he's going to get tackled. I think it's Kyle Fuller that's trying to kind of like bully him a little bit. And Proche's just not having it. Proche, I like him. I like his attitude. You guys tell me what you think. I like his attitude. I like when teams try to get a little physical with him. It's like, oh, he's a little guy. I'm gonna bully him a little bit. No, I feel like he's got the mentality that he's going to show people that he can perform consistently. I like him. Not that route there obviously is nothing, huge. I do like this one. He's able to give himself up for the team. Now this is I have this labeled as curl flat. Really, it's just a fullback card out in the flats. And I think the tight end runs like a corner like this. So really, it's just smash with Proche essentially trying to pick or rub the outside linebacker right here. Hopefully, you guys get a view of it. And then the outside linebacker just climbs over the top of Proche, and to cover Ricard out here in the flats. So Lamar just hits Proche underneath. Short little gain. Cool. I don't know. I think it's like a 6-yard gain. Big Reg, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the stream. This was a great opportunity for me to stream this morning and get some stuff done. So I know it's not, a nighttime stream. But, it was my best chance this week. I actually like this play, I'll be honest with you. Out of 21 personnel with Ricard, if you've watched enough of my videos, let me go to the end zone angle. If you watched enough of my videos, you know that we run behind Ricard. We run behind Ricard this way, or sometimes this way. But generally, if he's lined up on Lamar's right in what I call ram, that's pistol ram with the tailback behind Lamar, and then the fullback on the right, that we're generally running to the side. So I like this play. I do. I'm not, a big fan of Tomlinson being out there, to be honest with you, but this is just a dummy route by Tomlinson. Look at Lamar. I love how he does this. You got to have big hands to do that right there. That little fake and hold on to the ball. Lets Proche get open, and he's tough. That's an NFL inside linebacker trying to strip him. Watch how he's clearly done the drills whereby, and those of you that have coached before, you know what I'm talking about here. He's clearly done the drills whereby at the end of the play, all the players are trying to strip him because he protects the football. He knows innately, or instantly, I should say, when to protect the football. I was not a big fan of Proche, to be honest with you, 2020. I just was not. He didn't get opportunity. Let's put it that way. I think you'll agree with that. He didn't get opportunity. He's here as the point man, and he's running this. This is going to be this wide open catch that he makes, 32 yards. Somebody actually could have told me they didn't like Lamar holding on to the football on this. I was like, do what? Like, he sees that the guy's wide open. We're all so hypersensitive about Lamar, I think, that sometimes we try to over-evaluate. Like, he just sees the guy effing wide open. The blown coverage by the Broncos. And I was not a huge fan of their coverage. Just when I did some videos on Kyle Fuller, I talked about some of the blown coverages that they had. Certainly don't think Kyle Fuller played great for the Broncos, but I'm not going to act like there wasn't consistently blown coverages by multiple guys, particularly this safety, Simmons. I think he misreads a lot, and I think Kyle Fuller is the guy who's trying to get them straight. I'm going to re-illustrate that here in a moment. I know I'm digressing. If you guys don't want me to talk about that, then let me know. But watch the pre-snap communication that's happening here from Kyle Fuller. This is Simmons. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's very talented. I'm not saying he's not a good football player. But watch the pre-snap communication that Fuller is doing. He's saying something about the backfield now. Now he's trying to communicate something to Simmons. Simmons' helmet never turned to him. Never. Not once. Look, Fuller is on Brown. This guy's covered. This guy's covered. So do the math. There's one guy not covering people, and there's one guy wide open. Who do you think was supposed to cover him? I might sound like a jackass because that's an NFL football player. He's a great player. He's got a great career ahead of him. Point being, I saw, and someone identified it in a stream, I saw that guy right there making pre-snap calls, pre-snap communications, and young guys not listening. And Simmons was one of them. Anyway, back to our video. Proche is going to beat him anyway, to be honest with you. He's got him out leveraged. Look at Simmons. If you can see Simmons here on the right side of the screen, top right, he's beat already, regardless of whether he does actually run with him. He's beat by alignment on this mesh concept. But watch one thing that Proche does. Proche is going to veer in. Sorry. I'm going to continuously pause this. Watch him. He's veering down. My bad. He's going to step down here. He's trying to get Watkins open. That's someone who had. There's two things there. What's up, Brent and Sirius and Jay? Hey Jay, how you doing, man? This is someone who is unselfish. He's willing to be the pick man. He's willing to set the screen for Watkins to get open. See right here, he's veered down. He doesn't need to do that. To get himself open, he needs to go this way. Hopefully you guys can see it. And then he ends up being the guy who's open. My point is he's unselfish and he's aware. Not every receiver is like that. I think he's ready. I don't know. I disagree with people who think that the guy can't play. Do I think he can catch 70, 80 balls a season? No. But there's certainly some times where he does stuff like this. He's down here, by the way. The Colts are blitzing. I've broken down some of these plays multiple times in other streams and videos. So this is kind of like reheated material. This linebacker is going to blitz. So this safety, who's a pretty good player, 37. I forget his name. I think he's a pretty good player. He's going to be responsible for Proche man. Proche beats him. I don't know what's not to like about that play. Tanja Bowman, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. So again, this linebacker is going to blitz. This safety up here is going to be responsible for Crochet. I don't know what's not to like. I mean, is the guy going to make 30, 40-yard catches, every week? Well, no, but I've already shown you two of them. One against Detroit and one against Denver. I mean, are they kind of fluky? Maybe. I don't know, but I don't see any reason that he does. I don't see any way that he doesn't give us 45 to 50 catches at minimum next year if he gets opportunities. And if you look at his snap counts, he just didn't get many opportunities last year. Plays through contact. What's not to like? I mean, about the opportunities he's seen. If you want to say, oh, he only had 16 catches last year, isn't that a byproduct of how many plays he was on the field? I mean, we signed Sammy Watkins. We drafted Rashad Bateman. Those guys are going to play. Look how tough he is here. He's caught it. Hopefully this video quality is okay. This is a shot that gets laid on him. He stands right up. I believe he's looking at this dude. Like, you can't hurt me. I don't know if you guys read books, but David Goggins, one of my favorite authors, he has a book called Can't Hurt Me. Proche reminds me of that. He reminds me of that mentality, like, you can't hurt me. You're not going to hurt me. I'm on a mission. I believe in him. I think he's going to have 45, 50 catches next year, contribute to this football team. I think he will be a better option than, bringing back a guy like Sammy Watkins or something like that, or drafting some guy in the 5th round who was going to go through the process that him, Tylan Wallace, and Duvernay are in anyway. It's okay if you disagree. No problem. I don't know how you can disagree with the fact that the guy catches the football, the guy's smart, the guy's tough. I like him. I won't make any bones about it. Down here, matched up against this guy man-to-man, beats him. Makes a tough catch. I think that's him. That's not Tylan Wallace, is it? No, that's not Tylan Wallace. I don't have any Tylan Wallace plays in here, by the way. Aaron Butler, what's up? Proche is off screen down here to the left, by the way. He's going to come across the screen and make... I mean, he's covered well. He's catching the football right prior to contact. Holds onto the ball. He's a guy who has played in a spread system, I believe, for 6 years. He didn't play his junior year of high school. I think he had some kind of health issue. If you know anything about him, he was one of the first guys to go to Deion Sanders' school. Prime Academy, I think. Prime Academy. Why do I have this play in here? He's not on the field. Okay, I know why I have this play on. All right, so Marquise Brown got a lot of these catches last year. We're running snag with the X, which is Bateman, and then he's running out into the flats. Or in some cases, he's turning it into a wheel against Denver. Duvernay was the guy who went in motion and ran that. So my point is this. Let me ask you this: can Proche do this right here? What Marquise Brown's doing? Can he do that? Now, it's only a 5-yard gain. Do we want to see that play run 50 times next year? Well, no. It's a play that's in our playbook. It's an RPO with the guard and tackle pulling and the running back crossing the quarterback's face. So we may have read this pre-snap as a keep and then throw the football. Aaron Butler, what's up, man? Tanja, thank you for your comment. Hopefully I'm saying your first name right. If I'm not, forgive me. I apologize. I don't know why people can't see Proche has potential. He's caught everything. Thank you. Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderfully stated. Agreed all the way through. This is a label that I'm going to do a video on about Mark Andrews' alignment. I'm digressing here a little bit. I love to talk Ravens football. I especially love to talk with you guys. So when I digress, if you guys don't like that, let me know, please, because I don't want to lose viewers, obviously. I'm going to do a video about Andrews being lined up tight to the right and all of the things the Ravens can and do offensively when he is lined up tight to the right. So just letting you know that's why that label is there. This is a catch by Proche where he gets up and was apparently untouched. And I show this for a couple of reasons. This right here is a drill, all right? No, it's not a drill. Excuse me. Okay, thank you, Tanja. Thank you. I shouldn't say it's a drill. It's something that's done in practice after plays are completed in certain time periods. So let's call it a drill. And what I mean by that is when you catch the ball, now they're not trying to tackle him in practice. But what they're trying to do is make him aware, him being the receiver, that people are going to try to strip you. Look at the way he's protecting the football. You may say, Coach, the whistle's already blown. Coach, this doesn't mean anything. Yes, it does. This right here happened probably 4 times last year. I think against the Packers once. I showed you a little bit of Kyle Fuller trying to bully him. For whatever reason, people look at Proche, he's small, and they decide they want to try stuff like this. I think he likes it. I think this is what he wants. I think Proche wants people to try to do these things. You may say this doesn't have anything to do with his ability, Coach. I disagree. It's a mentality, and I think he has. Easy E, what's up, man? I love your username, by the way. Look at that. In between 2 defenders, good throw by Josh Johnson, very cool. Maybe he's touched, maybe he's not, but he gets up and fights for yards, protects the football. I don't know. I feel like Proche does so many things right. I feel judgmental a little bit of the people who attack Proche, like he can't do this, he can't do that. Like, what's going on in your life that you feel the need to put a person in a little box who is showing you film that he can be effective? I'm not sure where he is. I think he's up top to the right here. Oh, this is a beautiful play. Oh, my God. How did I forget this one? Okay, well, that's James Proche there, and the video quality isn't great. So I will show the end zone angle. This is beautiful. I think he's in man. I think they're in man free. He's coming across the middle. Somewhere around here, he realizes he's not open, and he brings this back here. This is beautiful work, guys. I don't know what there's not to like about this. I love the feet. Hopefully we get this route from the end zone angle. Look, he has lost. That's Mike Hilton, right? Hilton or Hinton, the guy that used to play for the Steelers. He's lost him. Lost him. Look, he's in good phase there, good connection. Lost. That guy started in the Super Bowl, number 21. That's not a bum. That's not a guy in the preseason who's not in the league. That's not a guy who can't play defense in the NFL. Look, he's got good coverage here. Maybe holding a little bit. That's just good defense. Proche whips back around, loses him. Look at the separation when he catches the ball. Tell me what's not to like. I just don't see it. I don't know why this guy wouldn't get an opportunity this year, even if we drafted Garrett Wilson at 14, or even if we drafted Drake. I like Drake London, If we drafted, one of those guys at 14, he would still get an opportunity. He still would get an opportunity. This is beautiful football. I love it. I wasn't a huge fan of him in 2020 because I didn't think he showed anything, because he didn't get opportunity to show anything. This year he got a little bit of limited opportunity, and he took advantage of it. After I finish with Proche here, I am going to do a little bit of self-promotion. I'll be honest with you. I want to show something to people Ravens fans and make it available to you to at least see. And if you want to take advantage of it, then great. If not, that's fine. This is actually cool coverage by the Bengals. And again, this is an underrated play. I had somebody online like a week ago say something to the effect of Proche made a bunch of catches late in the game. When the game was over against Cincinnati. Okay, got it. I just showed you him beating Mike Hilton or Hinton. I think it's Hilton. If I'm saying his name wrong, I feel stupid. But watch this. He's running up the seam. And this inside linebacker here, I did a live stream showing this before, and Coach Evans from Sip to Tally came on here, and we briefly had an interaction where he said, look, this is good coverage by this linebacker. And I said, yeah, I agree. He's playing through Proche. So he's trying to wall Proche out. So what that means is he's trying to prevent Proche from getting into this area here. Okay? That's what wall means. W-A-L-L, if my accent doesn't say it well. So, but watch him collision Proche here. Push him off his route, off balance. Proche stays upright. This safety's rolling. And then ball's thrown behind him. That's the thing and look, again, trying to bully him, try to strip him. Nothing. Tell me what you think. Kazam, would I feel more confident giving Proche or Wallace more of Hollywood snaps next year? That's, first of all, is a great question. A little bit of both, Kazam, to be honest with you. I really like Tylan Wallace. Tylan Wallace is not going to be a part of this video, but I really like him. Let me come back to that, Kazam. There's the linebacker that's going to wall off Proche. You really don't see it. But what you do see is the catch. Now, let me break this down a little bit. He was off screen, but we're going to just say that he was lined up here, okay? He's running this here, this way. Whoops. Not bad. Now, I'm not even talking about my man, the left tackle, being downfield. I'm not even talking about that. That's not a part of it. But he's running this here, all right? Remember, he being Proche, he gets pushed out by the linebacker. He gets a little off balance. This ball, he's expecting it to be in this area here, but it's not. It's on the wrong side. I'm not talking about Josh Johnson being off, being inaccurate. That's not the point. The point is Proche made a catch that's off target for him, that's on the wrong leverage side for him, and made it look easy. Oh no, am I illustrating this well? Am I making my point? Like, I'm not saying that people who don't like Proche as much as I do are wrong. No, those people want to see you make plays. That's what they want to see you do. So I get it. People who are good judge Proche harshly. I think he wants to be judged harshly. I don't think he's on the field here. Yeah, okay, so this is now Duvernay. So I'm going to digress here for a moment. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this film that I have shown, okay? I'm going to set something up just for a moment, guys, so forgive me for a moment. All right. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to let me know what you think of the film Michael's Comics Corner. First of all, very cool name. Great catch. Yeah, I agree. JB, the Ravens have been drafting guys that caught 100 balls. Oh, wow. Great point. Great point. That's a really astute point there, that the Ravens have been going after people who have shown the ability to catch the ball. They played in spread systems. The Big 12, Tylan Wallace played at Oklahoma State. The Big 12 is generally all spread now. So, yeah, those guys have experience. They, they catch the football. I totally agree with you, JB. Tanja Bowman, man, I don't see what the Ravens flock don't like about Proche. He gets separation. Agreed, Tanja. He's going to prove people wrong. I think he's driven. I've said that multiple times. Not motivated, driven. Motivation, it's like David Goggins says, motivation is crap. Motivation leaves after 2 weeks, or motivation leaves when you stop listening to music while you're working out. When you're driven, whatever's in front of you will get destroyed. And I think that's what Proche is. I know that sounds corny, but that's what I think I see out of him. I loved his attitude when he was standing there defending Lamar with Bateman. All right, so before I lose viewers, this, again, a little bit of shameless self-promotion. This is the database that I have. You can see this right here on the right side of the screen is my playlist for Proche and Duvernay. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see that there's 34 plays in this set. Hopefully you guys can see my mouse moving. I don't have it highlighted, forgive me. And this is a database that I have set up, for me, but also for Ravens fans. It's a part of my Patreon. My Patreon is $5 a month. I don't normally do extended promotion like this, but I am this time. And this is available for people who get in my Patreon, along with the Discord, which is an app that gives me and Ravens fans 24/7 access to each other. We put it on our phone. We can talk football. We can stream to each other. It's fun. If you're at all interested in it, put something in the comment section or message me on Twitter. If you're not, I understand, no problem. But I have to at least explain to people what I do. I put all this information in. I enter the information in that you see down here. And then this column here, this athlete column, allows me to quickly find plays by athletes. I can choose, to only see plays from Duvernay. I can choose to see plays only from Proche, or I can choose to see both of them that are in this playlist. So anyway, I just wanted to take a minute to do that. Forgive me if that's not a fun part of the stream, but it is some work that I do, and so I would like to at least make people aware of the availability, for it. So thank you guys for letting me just take a minute to inform you a little bit. Okay, this is now going to be moving on to Duvernay. And are there some times where he looks a little rough or a little ragged? Yeah. First of all, he's a physical guy, I think. And I don't think that the contact really bothers him, but there are some times where he looks, he's having trouble beating one-on-one coverage. Got it. Cool. No problem. But there's times where that happens to Bateman. There's times where that happens to Marquise Brown. There's times where that happens to Mark Andrews, certainly. That's the way it is. Do I think that this is the best spot for Duvernay? No. What normally happens when we have Mark Andrews on the right and you got too high safety structure, Aaron, I'll read your comment in a second, is this safety here is really worried about Andrews running the over concept. Look at this safety. Watch where the safety looks and watch what he does. He's looking for the over route, something coming to him. His back is to the X. I do not think this is the spot for Duvernay right here, for real. I don't. This is the spot for Bateman. Let's just be honest. Bateman is the guy who shows up to the playground in basketball and can take people one-on-one if you give him the ball and you give him opportunity. We're not even talking about the ball that's thrown here by Lamar. I think it's a really good throw. So what? Maybe we have a drop, the defender makes a good play, whatever. Guys are going to drop the football sometimes. That happens. Marquise Brown certainly made a lot of plays while he was here, so let's not denigrate him. You can see Lamar looking here. He's not even looking at Bateman at all. I don't think that's the best spot. Excuse me, I said Bateman. My apologies. I meant Duvernay. All right, here's Duvernay here. Again, not really looking terribly impressive. So some of these are going to be plays where they're not, really getting open, quote unquote. Certainly we would like to see him take this vertical, since this looks like man and man here, even though this guy's playing outside leverage, and Duvernay has the speed to beat him deep. So move on. Duvernay here. This is an incomplete pass, I believe. No, CR, you good? I like this concept. Watkins, if you remember, Watkins ran this route right here against the Steelers twice late and caught one on about the 30-yard line or the 25 for a big gain. And then also, Don C., what's up, man? How you doing? Aaron Butler, I'll read your comment in a second, sorry. And then this is Duvernay running a little out. I like this concept, to be honest with you. I don't think we go to it enough. Lamar is briefly looking over here, but I don't think he's even really considering throwing the ball to Duvernay. But Duvernay has he's available. He's made himself available to the football. He is open. Whether you want to say he's wide open or whatever, I don't care what you want to say, but he's definitely available to the football. He got this guy had a baseball turn. Baseball turn means, watch this guy. You're going to see his numbers here in a moment. You see his numbers, so he's baseball turning back here because he's recognizing that Duvernay is running out. Certainly, if the ball was thrown are already in there. Duvernay's made himself available. Mark, what's up, man? Let's move on. Great play by Duvernay. Great route design by our coaches. Really, really cool stuff. There's the route combinations that you get. I like Duvernay in the slot more than I like him as an X. I like him running vertical stuff. You can see that this safety's going with Andrews, and we're wide open. It's a third down. Thank God for this touchdown, right? I mean, if we don't get this touchdown here on this third down, do we have even have a chance to win this game later on? I don't know, guys. Catches the ball with his hands. I don't know. There aren't as many impressive plays from Duvernay right here in the beginning as there were from Proche earlier, but there's definitely ample evidence that the guy can make plays at the NFL level, because here it is. Just had a touchdown in a tough game that, thankfully we were able to get this touchdown. I will say this. He had one opportunity to catch a touchdown against the Lions, and he caught it. Obviously Marquise had 3 opportunities in that game, and I don't think was able to catch either one of them. He was certainly like them back. On a normal day, I think Marquise Brown probably catches 2 or 3 of those footballs. I talked earlier about Duvernay being the guy that goes in motion. He is the man in motion here. That's the route that he's going to run. I call this a wheel sit. He's pushing vertically up the field and then sits it back down and catches it down towards the sideline. With his speed, this is a great way to take advantage of him. Usually you're going to get a clear out like this by the X, and then he could run a wheel. A wheel means, like shaped like a wheel, all right? Like shaped like a part of a wheel, running it up the sideline. And he's got the speed to threaten people with that. This safety right here has got to respect the vertical and get off. I think Duvernay sees that. Duvernay reads that. And so once he reads it, he sits it down. And Lamar reads the same thing, finds him on the sideline. I absolutely believe that the Ravens have receivers that are reading this stuff. His helmet is looking upfield right here. Lamar is clearly reading here. Am I saying that on that particular play he read it? Yeah, I think he did. And I think that we did that a lot more in 2021. So when I say I think the passing game was improved in the first part of 2021, that's what I mean. These concepts with Lamar and the receivers reading the coverage and then adapting their route some, we did not do that prior to 2021. I don't believe we did. Not in 2020, I don't believe we did that. At least I didn't see it in mass. Duvernay's running the vertical here, bottom side of the screen. He's got that guy beat. I mean, look at this. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown on his resume right there. A week after he just had a touchdown against against Detroit. So again, now somebody said that the young guys are inconsistent. They got to be consistent. Absolutely, they have to be consistent. Here's an opportunity we had to make a play, and Lamar overthrows him. Mark says the running back should come off the field some for Duvernay. Oh yeah, there's the opportunity to do that. I mean, that's third down probably. But yeah, we can definitely do that. But he's not a running back. Duvernay's down here as the X. This is one of the things that I would offer to people when they say that he's not a good, route runner. Benji, what's up, man? Big Reg, what's up? Benji, I don't get into number 2, number 3 wide receiver conversations, me personally. I don't believe in those concepts. You have to have 4 or 5 guys who can make plays. And do I think that those 3 guys could be those? Yes, I do. Absolutely. Me personally, I don't believe in number 1, number 2, number 3 rankings. Obviously, our number 1 receiver is Mark Andrews. Our number 1 threat, our biggest threat. Let me come back to that, okay, Benji? Because it is a good question. I just don't feel like those are things that I am capable of addressing well. So he's matched up against Patrick Surtain here. This is a third down, guys. I don't know if you can see it off screen to the bottom, to the center here. He beats him, gives him a little outside break. Boom. What is not to like about that? What is there not to like about that? Do I think he's going to be the X over there all the time? No, I don't. But he just beat a really, really high level DB or someone who has a great reputation as a DB. He's beat him one-on-one in space. If he can do that, yeah, we can put him back there as the X sometimes, but I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to be here, or I think he's going to be here. And then I think it's either going to be Bateman or Andrews back over there as the X. Mark, give me a second. I'll read that when I get a chance. I probably only got about 15 more minutes, guys. My original idea with this was to, go until about 10 o'clock. Excuse me, until about 11 o'clock. There's Duvernay there. This is a beautifully designed play. This is a third down. Let me let this run, and then I'll break it down. Let me check the chat. Yeah, Benji, so forgive me. I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I don't get into those number 2, number 3. I feel like that's like fandom, about evaluations. Like coaches don't do that. Coaches don't say he's our number 2 receiver, he's our number 3. I mean, we have guys that are the X, we have guys that are the Z, we have guys that are the slot, the Y, the H back, and I think Duvernay can play a couple of those positions and contribute. I think Wallace can play and contribute, and I think Proche can as well. I'm not trying to get out of your question. That's just how I see the game. I don't see the game as number 1, number 2, number 3 receiver. I just don't. Thank you for watching the video with Ingraven. I was really cool to be on there with him, and for him to give me an opportunity to go on there with his audience was wonderful. I mean, some of you guys are aware I lost a pretty big channel, number of subscribers in like February, and so he was helping me get that recouped. That was wonderful. Let me break down this play a little bit, and then I'll get to your comment, Mark and Aaron. Duvernay is off screen in the slot. This is a 3rd and long. If you're not tracking, there's the data up there in the top left, and we're going to get a short pass to Duvernay. It's like a 3rd and 30, I guess, or I thought it was 3rd and 25. But in any case, it's a short pass on 3rd and 30, 3rd and 25, whatever. Why do you do that? It's a screen. It's a screen, really, is what it is. That's a block by Le'Veon Bell that was initially called a penalty. They eventually picked up the flag. And I'm going to go back to the All-22. Now, we didn't get the first down. You can see the marker there, and you can see the flag. They picked that flag up. We got a field goal, though. We got 3 points out of this. So here's the design of it. Duvernay's going to run a short route. Bell's going to stand there. This is intentional. Bell's not being lazy. This is intentional. And what happens is once Duvernay catches the ball, then Bell's going to run. He's going to pick or block this corner. This is a designed delayed screen. And once Duvernay catches the football, he's going to run for the sideline. Because the only guy who could stop him is that guy right there. We ran this play twice last year. I love it. You can see the timing. Bell's still standing there. Duvernay's catching the football. It's a 2-on-2. 1-2. 1-2. So what we're doing is we're leaving this guy unblocked, and we're saying he can't catch Duvernay if Duvernay runs to the sideline, kind of like the letter J, all right? Look at that. Beautifully designed. This safety, which I think is Simmons, is there, and Jackson is there as well. Cool design. I don't know if you guys liked it, like that design at all, or my breakdown of it, but certainly, probably other people have probably broken it down just like that. But man, it's a cool play that you can run on 3rd and 25. Throw it underneath, and then run a delayed pick block. Got to give Le'Veon Bell credit for being unselfish and tough there. Let me get to the chat a little bit. Mark, maybe I'm wrong, but I'd rather have a guy as a decent wrestler on the field and giving you. Yeah, he's never going to be on the field as a running back in typical situations. It would be 3rd down stuff. He's not a running back. He can't play running back on 1st and 2nd down. I mean, would there be certain situations where maybe he would be on? Yeah, but I mean, that might be 20 plays next year. It's not going to be 50 or 60. He's not Deebo Samuel. Good player. He's up here up top as the X, running this slant again. And I think if this ball was thrown a little bit further out in front, that he's got an opportunity to get it. The ball might have been tipped here. We get the end zone angle. Now, look, I talked about this in another video, and people kind of glossed over it or whatever. They've taken Patrick Surtain off the field. Bad Bart, what's up, man? Yeah, Benji, I agree. They've taken Surtain off the field. This is late in the game. We went after Surtain with Watkins and Duvernay. We did. He went off the field because he played bad against us. Now that's not tipped. That's just a little. That's just thrown a little behind. Let me get rid of these annotations. There's not much separation here, clearly. There's not. And I guess this ball isn't thrown as behind as I thought, but it's in the center of Duvernay's body. Clearly we would like this ball to be a little bit further out here. But, if you've watched this channel, I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan, so by no means am I saying he's inaccurate. There's a little bit of something wrong here between Lamar and Murray. Murray and him run into each other, kind of throws Lamar's timing and balance off just for a second. But he's set enough to throw this football, and we've seen him complete those passes a lot. Opportunity for Duvernay to make a play there, and obviously he did not. All right, this is great against the Colts. I probably only have time for about 5 more plays. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is tough. The corner is sitting on Watkins. So Lamar's going to throw this in between this triangulated space here of these 3 defenders. Really tough play. And he throws. This is one of those things where people who are let me start here. One of those things where people who aren't Ravens fans, or people who hate Lamar, or a third category, people who really don't know football, would say, well, this is an inaccurate throw. No, it's not. This is a throw made by a guy who wants to protect his receiver. He intentionally threw this ball low. If he throws this ball out in front of Duvernay, he's going to get rocked by this defender, or the defender can make a play on the ball. This is one of those throws. He read the safety to that side, and he throws it in a way that his guy can catch it, but doesn't take a big hit. That's exactly what happened there. Aaron Butler, we have 4 guys with that bull mentality. I'm tracking the comments again. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Do you guys like this play as much as I do? I think this is extremely underrated. Lamar's reading, this side of the field. He's not worried about this guy necessarily, except for the throw. I like this play. I like this job by Duvernay to use his body to catch the football and protect himself. I think this is why players like Lamar so much, why they enjoy playing with him so much, because he's savvy enough and aware enough to protect them. We're also using Andrew's gravity to hold this guy. Look, there's Andrews sitting up. Normally, Andrews will be running this route, right? We switch it up this time. Andrews sits. Duvernay runs over. Boom. I feel like we're getting rolling here with Duvernay stuff, and he's certainly looking good to me. Another one. I think he almost scores on this. Yeah. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. He's tough. He's tough. Benji said, I can't wait to see JK back. Yeah, I agree. More involved in the pass game. I totally agree. Aaron, yeah, 4 guys have that bull mentality and they'll wear DBs down while moving chains. I agree. This is a 3rd down, to your point, Aaron. It's a 3rd down. Sorry. And he's running what I call a Z under. So he's running an under. And these other guys are getting vertical. He just fits in the open space. Lamar finds him, and he almost scores. Gully, what's up, man? I agree. We had the opportunity for a great season, no doubt. All right, he's off screen here. You can see what the Colts have got going on. They've got 6 guys lined up like they're going to blitz. Of course, we know guys are going to drop out. Typically, it's the linebackers. In this case, it's a D tackle. Lamar reads it. We do not have a dumb quarterback, like some of these stupid people say on social media. Lamar waits. Look, that's a D tackle that dropped, okay? You've seen situations where quarterbacks throw an interception because they don't expect that guy to be there. Lamar waits for him to clear, hits Duvernay. Duvernay tries to run through the contact. We're getting rolling here with Duvernay stuff, right, as I'm going to have to cut this off. I don't know. I love his game. I love what he does. Some of this stuff, when we did this with Le'Veon Bell here, this is one of the things that sometimes was frustrating with Freeman. It's like he didn't know the playbook or something. Le'Veon Bell would get out in front here and block. Latavius Murray would get out in front here and block. Gus Edwards, JK would get out in front here and block. We lose a blocker here. I'm not saying this is going to be a successful play, but we're blocking up the linebacker. Our running back should be blocking up the corner. and then Duvernay's got to deal with the safety. Anytime you have 3-on-3, you've got a chance. You got to make somebody miss. When I say 3-on-3, what I mean is Freeman should be coming out here to block the edge. We're kind of crack blocking here. That's 1, 2 blockers. And then 3 would be the ball carrier. That will be 3 against 1, 2, 3. Anytime you got even numbers, you're good. You got a chance. Anytime you got more numbers, then you're awesome. 4-on-3, you got a touchdown. Bad bar said 2 tight ends that can catch and block seem like a real advantages. I agree, definitely. I like what Duvernay's done. Thank you, Brent. I try to go live sometimes, but I can't go live as much lately. My internet sucks at home, so when I'm off site, I can go live a little bit more. Touchdown catch by Duvernay, and then we're probably gonna have to be done. The design of this is really cool. We're taking Andrews. Normally, Andrews would run. Sorry, my apologies. Normally, Andrews would run something like this, right? He's got touchdown catches down in the red zone on that concept against multiple people. Derwin James from the Chargers against the Browns multiple times, against the Packers late in the season at home. This time, we're going opposite. We're letting Andrews go towards this side. And so we're going to isolate this safety. Watch that safety. Lamar's reading that right now. Lamar's reading this area right here. Doesn't get Andrews. The complement to it is beautiful. It's a great catch. Forgive the video resolution. I know multiple people have talked about this. Here's the safety that I'm talking about. This linebacker here, Lamar, is exquisite with what he does. This is fantastic. He can't throw the ball out in front of Duvernay. I actually know someone who said Lamar's inaccurate because this ball should be thrown over here. It's going to be intercepted, you dummy. He's got to throw it away from the safety and away from the linebacker so they can't make a play. He trusts his guys to make a play. If he's not the MVP next season, he'll be in the running. I'm talking about Lamar. This is a beautiful throw, a beautiful catch. I just don't know what's not to like. We have enough film of Duvernay making plays and Proche making plays that we need to calm down, myself included. All of us. Is Duvernay and Proche going to end up with 120 catches combined next year? Well, no, they're not. But they have the ability to have an impact on the game. And people who disagree, they don't point to any film. People who disagree say, "Oh well, Proche only had 16 catches and they were all late in the game." Show me the film. Show me the film of him not getting open. It's not here. I haven't shown it today, and I didn't intentionally go through and omit a bunch of plays. Certainly, the first 2 plays that I showed you of Duvernay, he wasn't open. I agree with you, Ray. I don't think he's just a gadget guy, but I think he can be used on those gadget plays. But this is not a gadget play. This is a concept. I could show you every NFL team running this concept, whereby there's 3 receivers on the same side as a running back. I just showed a play from last night on my inside linebacker video about it. Every team in the NFL is running this. This is not a gadget play. This is a staple play in the NFL and high-level college football. And the running back crosses the quarterback's face, and it's just numbers. Remember I said about numbers earlier on that Vikings play? Look, check out the numbers we got. 1, and then a third player with the ball. And the defenders only have 2. It's a great play, especially when you have a quarterback with the level of athleticism that Lamar has. I don't consider that a gadget play. I consider it a schemed-up play that we have a guy who can take advantage of it. Duvernay would have been better to throw all those screens to in Miami than Marquise Brown. Obviously, that's not running Marquise Brown down. That's really, attacking our coaches and what they were doing. I like him. I think we're going to get more out of him next year than a lot of people think. If you guys enjoyed this, please consider, liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before football season. It's an uphill climb right now. We're only at 3,100 or something like that. I'm going to let these plays run, let you guys know. Message me on Twitter if you have any video ideas or put them in the comment section for the video. Appreciate you guys checking out a live stream, this early in the morning. I'm going to try to do, during the season, I'm going to try to do live streams on Saturday morning and then again on Saturday night to kind of preview the upcoming opponent. This is a blown coverage by the Steelers. You can tell I like doing this because I don't stop talking about it. Here's a blown coverage by the Steelers. Looks like this guy's playing zone and this guy's playing man because he runs downhill, I think, with this running back and just vacates all the space in the center of the field for Duvernay to run onto. Hopefully all them arrows aren't confusing. If they are, I'm sorry. So there's Bush running with the running back here, and Duvernay has just ran onto the space. Easy catch, like 18, 20-yard gain. Aaron Butler, that's a neat way to say it. Great play. Mark, do I think his bigger issue has been agility or timing technique? Oh, it's probably a little bit of all of those. Yeah, probably a little bit of all of those. But I think he's shown on film that he's going to have an impact no matter what. Look, this is speed out. Like these are there's enough evidence here to show you classic wide receiver skill. Oops, sorry. Speed out to the boundary. Boom. Clean. What's not to like about it? That's against the Packers. They were a Super Bowl contender, right? He made plays against a lot of teams that I've shown you in this video. Thank you guys for your time. I'm going to be done here with this. I wanted to do an edited video, but as I got near the end of this, I recognized that I wasn't going to have time to actually edit the product. Another slant on third down, very similar to the Broncos play. Sorry, he hand fights with the DB and then wins on the inside on third down. By the way, third down against the Packers, backside. How many of these plays does need to be shown? You know what I mean? To say that a guy can contribute at the NFL level. I've shown you two of them. Man, I'm excited. You know, would I? Hey, and look, I'm one of the guys. I was one of the guys who was saying we should draft Drake London. I said that like 2 weeks before the draft. 3 weeks before the draft. I started doing videos like saying I want us to draft Drake London. I love Drake London's game. Yeah, like if Jamison Williams had fell to us, I would have loved that. But that's not the point. The point is, like, we're trying to make the football team better. I think these two guys are going to give us, you know, good production. Thank you all for your time. If you like the stream, once I end it, you know, share it on social media so it can increase the videos. And support all Ravens content creators. There's so many good ones that we're all really blessed. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Please like and comment or subscribe if you haven't done so already.